Yeah, 15 we haven't started yet today. We're going to start today. This is chapter 14. Is that right, Stephen?
Yeah.
Is that right? So let's go ahead and go over it a little bit. So there are, whatever we talked about, there is one gene that is either one allele express itself or not. That's what we talked about so far. You haven't seen multiple alleles. This, your blood typing. You've heard of somebody's blood type is A, somebody's blood type is B. Do you know your blood type, Reno? You just had a surgery. Did you know your blood type? Or okay, but anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm sure they knew what your blood type is in case if you needed it, they would give you blood. But anyhow, what am I saying that you've heard of this, that blood typing, blood type A, blood type O, blood type B, blood type AB. So that all is determined by multiple alleles, okay? And then and nobody is dominant in there. Okay, one is not dominant over the other one. So that's what they call it. They call it a co-dominancy. So most genes exist in population in more than 2 allelic forms. For example, the 4 phenotypes of A, B, O blood type groups in humans are determined by 3 alleles for the enzymes I that attaches to A or B carbohydrates. What he's saying that, for example, if this is your blood right here, this is your red blood cells. We're talking about red blood cells. You have seen them on the microscope, right? You have seen it on the microscopes. Attached to it, attached the protein molecules, they are carbohydrates. So this one is A. I'm going to write down a whole bunch of them. So A all around it. And then this one, this person blood type is B. That's B is a type of carbohydrates. You all know what carbohydrates are. So that is B. And one person could be both. Is that right? A, B could have both. Okay, so that person have both. And then what other possibility do we have? What is the other? O is the other possibility. That person does not have any. That's it. The type of carbohydrates. We are talking about the carbohydrates on the red blood cells, on the surface of the red blood cells. That person has A. The type of carbohydrate is called A. The type of carbohydrate B and AB, and O does not have any. Okay. So, and that's what the next statement says. The enzymes encoded. The IA, IB, A, and so on and so forth. This is the diagram, allele, and these are what I was talking about: a blood type A, blood type B, blood type AB has both, and blood type O does not have any. When I came to Delta College back in 1995, that was the beginning of it. It was on the news that they are going to, and it didn't happen, they are going to get rid of all of this on the surface of the cell by techniques, mechanism they have, and everybody becomes blood type O. Am I making some sense? If you go ahead and donate your blood is A or AB or O, and somebody else cannot take it. You've heard of universal recipient? These guys are universal donors. These guys can donate their blood to all of these guys, to anybody else. And the reason for that is they are universal donors. They call them universal donors. They do not have anything on the surface of the red blood cells, right? So if they give the blood to that person, to AB person, he has it, the AB person has it, but the donor does not have it, so there is no reaction. The immune system of that person will not react to something foreign, these are foreign. Am I making some sense? If I give that blood to that person immune system say, this is not supposed to be here, that is not supposed to be here, that is not supposed to be here. So they start reacting toward these. Am I making some sense, everybody? So, and then how about that person? That person who has blood type B, so if I give that blood to that person, nothing will happen. What if I give that blood to that person? What will happen? If I give that blood type AB to a person with blood type B, what will happen? It will have reaction because it has the circles, right? But it does not have the triangles. This person say, that's foreign material to me, I'm gonna fight it off. Am I making some sense, everybody? What if I give that blood to that person? What will happen? Blood type B to blood type AB. What will happen? What? It will accept it. Yeah, because look, they have circles and they have circles too. That's it. They will take their blood. The AB person can take B person's blood. How about this one? Can these two, can I give blood type A to a person with blood type B? Absolutely not. Because it's the same concept we talked about. Okay, can I give this one to the AB person? Yeah, I can. Nothing will happen. So the two terms, universal donor is blood type O, and universal recipient is blood type AB person. Universal recipient, that it can receive blood from anyone, is AB person. Universal donor is blood type of O people, and then, as I said, it was a big news then during mid-90s that they are gonna come up with a technique or something to get rid of all of these, so anybody who donates blood, eventually their blood will become blood type O and they can donate it, but it haven't happened yet. It has not happened yet. But that would be a good topic for your PhD. When you're gonna go get your PhD, and you can play with this, and hopefully you get rid of and make everybody's blood type O. Okay, let's do some genetic problems. I gave you on the back of the handout last time there were some genetic problems. Is that right? On the back of it, the second portion of the lab. Today I have the corners that I like to ask questions, but right here on the handout I asked for different different genetic problems. So let's go over it. If a person has, Adam, are you guys ready? Adam has blood type AB and Joan has blood type O. Am I making some sense? Adam has blood type AB, and Joan has blood type O. What will happen? Can they have a child with blood type A? Can they have a child with blood type A?
Yeah.
Yes. How is that possible? Adam's sperm is A or B, that's right, meiosis, genes segregate. And then Joan is blood type O, and then of course, right here, that's her egg. One of the possibility of her egg is O. So the first child named Joe is blood type AO. Right? Can they have a blood type Mary, their second child, can she have blood type B? No. Adam gives off in his sperm B, and Joan gives off O, so it is their child. They have another child. Am I making some sense? Another child is named Amir, and Amir is blood type O. Is that their child? How? It is their child. How? You say how? Anybody else who can help her out? Huh? From what? From Joan. So Joan gives off 2 eggs. Remember, half of you is from your father, half of you is from your mother. So, how is it possible that Amir have blood type O and it is these 2 characters, kids? Who is dominant? O is dominant?
Oh, yeah.
Did I ever talk about dominancy here? I said they are co-dominant. It's called co-dominant. Huh? No. Amir cannot be their child. As I said, Joan must give off O. Of course, she's blood type O, and her genotype is OO, right? Adam is blood type AB. His genotype is AB. So in his sperm, either A or B, her egg is O or O. Those are the only possibilities. How about another problem? Are you guys ready? You're up yet? Or 8 o'clock is too early? I should ask our administrators, let's start this class at 9 o'clock, 9:30 next semester, 10, 10:30, 11, 12, 12:30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., no? What is a good time? 8, 9, 10? 10 is a good time. I'll ask. And the students start showing up at 10:30, 10:45, 10:20. Right? And no matter how we move the time, but somebody. Okay, so Adam, again, let's go to Adam. Adam has blood type A, and Joan has blood type B. Right? You don't know Adam is AA or AB or AO or A or BO or BB or AA. So, can they have a child with blood type A? Yeah, because then I would know Adam is AO. I'm sorry. I know Joan is BO. Her blood type is BO. But she contributed the O, and Adam contributed the A. How about if they have a child? They have a child with blood type B. Can they have a child with blood type B? Yeah. Joan gave off B, and Adam gave off O. Can they have a child with blood type O? Yeah. Adam gave off O, and Joan gave off O. Can they have a child with blood type AB? Yeah. Adam A, Joan B, it's A, B. It's possible. Are you ready? Last one. Last one. Non-beat. This is it. I'm done. One more. Joan and Adam. Again. Joan, Adam has blood type O, and Joan has blood type B. Are you guys ready? Can they have a child with blood type B? Yeah. Egg, B, Adam, O, the child is BO. Of course, when you go to a doctor, you don't say my blood type is BO. You say my blood type is B. The phenotype is B. The genotype is BO. Right? Am I making some sense, everybody? Can they have a child with blood type O? Yeah. Adam is giving off O, and Joan is giving off O, so they can have a child with blood type O. So, can they have a child with blood type A? Can they have a child with blood type AB? No. Who is having A here? There is no A here. They cannot have this, they cannot have that. They should check the mailman. Or the milkman, this.
So if it's something A or B, also have a universal donor?
Universal donor is always O.
I know, but then Joan is that Joan is B, but you also said that it has an O.
Yeah, see, okay. For example, this is it. This is the reason. Because Joan parents, one of them had blood type A, for example. One of them had blood type B, and the other one had blood type O.
Oh, I see.
So this B came from one parent, and this O came from the other parent. So that's why Joan, for sure, I know, I bet my life, is a BO.
Oh.
Because one parent was O. What if the other parent was also B? Two parents are B. Right? What is the possibility? Joan could be BO or could be BB. I don't know. I do not bet my life on it. Why can't she be BO? Because one parent could be O and the other parent could be BB. So this parent gave off that one and that parent gave off that one. So if both parents are blood type B, I would not bet my life that Joan is BB. Am I making some sense? I hope I'm making some sense. But but if one parent is O, Joan's parent. One parent is O, and the other parent is B. I bet my life this child is BO. There are some genetic problems in the back of that handout that I gave you. Make sure you go over them. Do them. Okay, let's go. Pleiotropy is most genes have multiple phenotypic effects. A property called pleiotropy. For example, pleiotropic alleles are responsible for the multiple symptoms of certain hereditary diseases such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell diseases, which I will show you a picture in a minute. In epistasis, a gene at one locus, locus means what, guys? Do you guys know what locus means?
Location on the chromosome.
The what?
The location on the chromosome.
Location of a gene on a chromosome. Very good. Location of a gene on a chromosome is called locus. Alters the phenotypic expression of a gene at the second locus. For example, the Labradors, retrievers, the dog Labrador retrievers, they can have 3 different colors. Code's color depends on 2 genes. One gene determines the pigment color with allele B for black and B for brown, and the other gene, the capital, the E, color E for non-color, which is the yellow, determines whether the pigment will be deposited or not. Here it is. So for black retrievers, Labrador retrievers, so if the 2 parents are black, capital B, just like you have seen it with the pea plants, right? The tall pea plants and dwarf, and then yellow, and so on and so forth. So if the 2 parents are like that, they are mixed bred, capital B, small b, capital E, small e, capital E, small e, and you cross them. These are the possibility of sperm, these are the possibility of the egg. You cross them, you will see 9 of them are black, 3 of them are brown, and then 4 of them are yellow. So that is when there are more than 1 gene responsible. That's what is called epistasis. There is more than a gene locus of phenotypic expression of a gene at the second locus. 1 gene affects another gene. So, and that's what these are. I gave you this in your lab handout, and I'm hoping you can do it sometime. Look at it and do it maybe next Monday. You can do this, you understand it, and hopefully you can do it next Monday. Next Monday is our test. Okay. Polygenic inheritance is quantitative in characteristics are those that vary in population along a continuum. Quantitative variation usually indicates polygenic inheritance. an additive effect of 2 or more genes on a single phenotype. Skin color in human is an example of polygenic inheritance right here. So there is a lighter complexion, and here is the darker complexion. So that would be an example of, and there are there are 3 genes involved. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 genes involved, and if both parents are like that, then again, that's another thing I gave you in your lab handout today. I gave you a problem like this, so you have to set it up, and then how many you get. Your Punnett square would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So you can set it up. You have to spend some time with it, okay? But you can set it up, okay? Nature versus nurture, the environmental impact on phenotypes. Another departure from Mendelian genetics arises when the phenotype for a character depends on the environment. And that's the whole idea of Darwin talked about this, that environment impact individual organisms. And that's what you're going to see a few things, one slide next. Then the phenotypic range is broadest for polygenic characters, traits that depends on multiple genes combined with environment influences are called multifactorial. Multifactorial are this flower, hydrogenia flowers. If you look at this flower in a basic soil, the soil makes the flowers, the hydrogenia, kind of purplish. But the soil is acidic plus free aluminum, then it makes the flowers blue. So environment is not a gene, it's environment that affecting the genes and cause the genes to express that protein molecules. The acidity of the environment or the basic of the environment cause the gene to express themselves. Okay, so multifactorial disorders, many diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, alcoholism, mental illnesses, and cancer have both genetic and environmental components. That's true. Okay, so a lot of diseases have environmental factors as well. No matter what your genotype or your lifestyle has tremendous effect on the phenotype. Okay, so how much stress you put yourself through, and that causes. Right? Some people, this is a good time to stop this. Some people create stress for themselves. Okay, just take students. You know, I know if I'm late for my classes, I'm as a teacher. I'm not talking as a student. I'm not talking as a student. I know I'm late for this class, I'm stressed. Because, I don't know, the environment made me like that. I had an advisor in Tennessee. She was, before her lectures, and I used to go to her lectures and sit down and help, take the specimens, take stuff to her with her. She used to walk, she used to pace back and forth 10 minutes before lecture starts. She went to the lecture about 20 minutes before her lectures, and then she paced it. So I learned that from her. The environment made me like that. Okay, so I'm here every morning 10-15 minutes early, start playing some nice tune for myself. Nobody's here. I listen for myself. I'm enjoying it. So it's just the environment. I know with that I'm trying to prevent stress from my lifestyle. Get rid of that stress. I don't want to be late for lecture. So I get up a little bit earlier in the morning, you know, whatever extra things I have to do in that morning, I do not do it. I eat breakfast behind wheel. My father-in-law, see, you have to get to know yourself. My father-in-law, there is no way he would eat behind wheel or drink. He just doesn't like it. I prefer it. I like it. It's not stress for me. It's, you know, it's relaxation to eat behind wheel or drink coffee, tea, whatever I'm drinking. So everybody's different. And then you have to find out what is stressful for you. If your heartbeat goes fast, if you're late for class, then that's not good for you. If you're very relaxed, you're calm, you're late for the class, then every day be late. That's fine. That's your lifestyle. But if you're driving in the freeway very fast to get here on time, you're 5 minutes already late, then maybe you should change that lifestyle a little bit. alcohol, smoking cigarettes. I don't know, some people say smoking cigarettes relaxes me. Yeah, but studies, there are many, many studies shows that smoking cigarettes is bad for you. It causes cancer. What is it? The lifestyle? Again, let's go back to lifestyle. That's what this lifestyle. You know Giuliani? What is her? She's the ex-Brad Pitt's wife. What is
Angelina Jolie.
Angelino? I don't know these things. Yes, Angelino Giuliani. Yo, is that right? Angelina Jolie. I'm sorry about that. Please forgive me. I don't want to be any of your movies or anything like that. And Angelina, she removed both of her breasts. Did you guys know that? She removed both of her breasts. And they were perfectly healthy, normal breasts. She removed them because her family had the BRCA gene, the gene that caused breast cancer. She didn't have anything, but she removed them. And that's a lifestyle. I hope I'm making some sense. That's a lifestyle. Those are the choices you have to make for yourself to reduce the stress. Stress, of course, is not good for you. Smoking cigarettes, alcohol is not good for you. I don't know, other things are not good for you. Sports is good for you. Anyhow, yes?
How come then some people, based on their genotype, even if they do things that are supposed to lower their stress, even if they have, what if they have lower serotonin levels, so their environmental factors like exercise and stuff doesn't help it?
You say does not help? How do you
so
know?
Environmental factors in your lifestyle doesn't always affect your genotype, right?
Right, your genotype is a package you were born with. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You are a package that you were born with. This you were born with. This is the environment. The
But you
lifestyle
said
is
the
your environment. That's what I'm saying.
environment can affect the phenotype, but not the genotype, right?
No. Okay. What am I saying? That the lifestyle environment can affect the genotype, and these genes will express themselves. And when they express themselves, and you know what expression means, it means you make that protein molecule, talk about it, transcription, translation. When those genes express themselves, then the person comes down with a disease, cancer. When the genes are expressing themselves, then, everybody has the gene for cancer. For example, everybody has cancerous cells. But how come in some people it express itself, some people have cancer, and some people don't? Okay, in case of Angelina, it's different. Some people do not have the gene, that BRCA gene. Okay, but what am I saying? That this lifestyle, the environment affects the genotype. It makes the genotype to express themselves, and when those genotype express themselves, they lead to cancer.
Okay, so you weren't saying it changes your genotype.
No, just express it.
Yeah.
Environment causes this gene to express the basic soil. The soil is, acidic and basic. We talked about at the beginning of semester. What is acid? What is a base? So if the soil is basic, it has a lot of sodium hydroxide, for example, then the flowers are going to be that. If the soil is acidic and it has some aluminum, then the flowers are going to be blue. That's what I'm saying. So it's they both have the same gene. So is it going to be that flower or is it going to be this flower? And same as us. We have this almost same gene. Of course, there's some variations, but what we are going to express. Somebody like me is a person who likes to be in hurry all the time. Somebody is very relaxed, kick back. I'm a hurryful. Is that such a word in English language? Those of you speak English? Hurryful? No, there's no such a. I'm always in hurry. That's why I like to come here 10 minutes before the class. I like to go wherever I'm supposed to go 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before. How many times, if you have a job interview, are you going to be 5-10 minutes late? Same thing. I'm saying. Okay, so it depends what you're doing. Many humans traits follow Mendelian patterns of inheritance. Yes, that's true. Humans are not good subjects for genetic research because generation times is too long. Parents produce relatively few offsprings. Breeding experiments are unacceptable. You cannot breed a blonde-headed guy with blue eye with a brunette type person. You say, oh, you have to because of research. You cannot. That cannot be done. Okay. But anyhow, a pedigree is a family tree that you know already that describes the interrelationships of parents and children across generations. This is a pedigree. They draw it like this. Okay, that's a pedigree. Okay, so male, usually in a pedigree, a male is square and female is round. That's what they do it in pedigree. So if this male, this female, and this male cross, and they have babies, 3 boys and 1 girl. Am I making some sense a little bit? And then the Mendelian traits that we talk about in here is the earlobe. So earlobe is not, environment is not affecting your earlobe, attached or detached. This is attached. You see earlobe attached? And this one is not the earlobe, the bottom one is not attached. Am I making some sense? So this earlobe follows Mendelian rules. It's not multiple gene, it's just one gene. It's not environment affecting it, multifactorial, nothing like that. And also your widow peak, that peak, you guys see that? That is also follows Mendelian rules. Some people have it, some people don't. It depends on the gene that you have. It's a dominant, recessive, so on and so forth. The widow peak is, what is it? It's dominant in here. Widow peak is dominant and no widow peak is recessive. Attached earlobe is recessive, and of course, not attached earlobe is dominant. Okay, so I'll let you go over that table. There are some, I might ask some questions from it. I'll let you go over that pedigree and figure out what is dominant, what is recessive, and so on and so forth. Okay, capital W is dominant. It's masking small w. This is masking this one, right? And then this one, capital F. This one, the earlobe, is masking that one. If you want to express that one, it has to be small and small f. Another one that follows, I said this, it's not nice to do it in front of camera, but as I said before, another gene that is dominant and recessive is your tongue. Can you roll your tongue? Can you roll your tongue like this? That's a dominant gene. You cannot do it, that's recessive. Small t, if you I am capital T blank. That's another thing. We didn't talk about this. Okay? When you have a dominant gene, capital T, what is next one? Is next one capital T or small t? You don't know. So I, for myself, my genotype, I don't know I am capital T, right? Or capital T, or am I capital T small t? I don't know. But those of you in here who cannot roll your tongue, you are for sure, right? Am I making some sense? You're homozygous recessive. I don't know what I am. I don't know I'm homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant. Am I making, those terms are making some sense? Reno, are they making some sense? Okay, another thing is albinism. This baby is the brother and sister, two sisters. They are albino. The parents are normal parents, but they're carriers. They call them carriers. Okay, this father and that mother, they're carriers. So the sperm, the possibility of sperm is capital A. The other possibility of sperm is small a. The possibility of the egg is capital A. The other possibility of the egg is small a. They have a child, which is normal. They have another child, is a carrier, but it's normal. carrier normal, they have another child, carrier normal, and they have another child which is albino. Do you guys follow what I'm talking about? So they can have many childs, and they all could be albino, just like flipping a coin. You remember that? We showed it in here. How many times I flip a coin and head comes up? It's possible 4 or 5 times back to back, head will be down. So 4 or 5 times they have a child, and the child is albino, and none of the parents are albino. Okay, I hope I'm making some sense. Stephen, is there any question? A carrier are heterozygous, that's right, heterozygous individuals who carry the recessive alleles, small a, but are phenotypically normal. The parents are normal. Most individuals with recessive disorders are born to carrier parents. I have a hard time saying these long words. It's illegal in the United States when relatives get married. Okay, it's called consanguineous. It means mating between close relatives increase the chance of mating between 2 carriers of the same rare allele. Darwin, you all know Darwin. Darwin got married to his first cousin. It was not illegal until recently, I say recently, 100 years ago or so, maybe less than that, getting married to, still in some countries it is legal. You can get married to your close relative. Not your brother, sister, that's pretty much illegal all over, but to your first cousins, pretty much referring to first cousins. That is, you know, in, as I said, in Judaism, in Jewish families, they are hemophilic because they marry among themselves. Okay, so that's another thing. Sickle cell, as I said, look at this chart for yourself. People who are completely sickle cell, they are homozygous recessive. Homozygous, here we go. Homozygous sickle cell disease, weakness, anemia, pain, fever, organ damage. They usually die young. People who are homozygous for sickle cell, homozygous recessive. And people who are heterozygous for sickle cell, they in Africa, there is a high case of malaria, and those people are relatively healthy. They're supposed to be sickle cell. You can read about on that a little bit more later on. But anyhow. Dominantly inherited disorders. Some human disorders are caused by dominant alleles. Dominant alleles that cause lethal disease are rare and arise by mutation. Achondroplasia is a form of dwarfism caused by rare dominant alleles. Right here, I believe he's a doctor, he's a surgeon, but he is a dwarf because of this is a dwarf parent. Normal parent got married, possibility of sperm, possibility of the egg, possibility of the egg. So these guys are, and then we'll talk about this in the next chapter, chapter 15 in a minute. And then these are possibility, dwarf, normal. So small d is a recessive, small d is a recessive normal person, but capital D small d are dwarf. What is another one that we talk about dominancy is abnormal in here? You remember that? Did you read your notes? Huh? People who are born with 6 fingers. That's a dominant gene. Okay, but it does not happen often. Same as this one. It does not happen often. He's supposed to be normal, very intelligent. He's a surgeon, doctor. Okay, multifactorial disorders, many diseases such as heart disease, diabetes. Again, I'm repeating myself. No matter what our genotype or lifestyle has, I'm repeating myself. These are, if you want to know, again, I'm not too crazy about these two. If you want to know, you're getting married, and then even though with some kind of relative, and then or somebody at older age. This is happening at older age. People who are older and they do one of these two tests, usually amniocentesis. They do that to find out if they have any abnormal chromosomes. If there is any abnormality in the chromosomes, people who are young, your age, you don't have to worry about it. But I know a few people at older age, they start having babies and they need amniocentesis. They go with a syringe into the amniotic fluid, and they take amniotic fluid and they look at the cells and they do karyotyping of the cells. The other one is, this one is a little bit more invasive, chorionic villus sampling, CVS. It's a little bit more invasive, but you can go in there. It can happen early in the pregnancy. You can do that early during pregnancy and then see if you have any abnormal chromosomes. Okay. I think that's the end of it. There is a video to make you guys happy about babies. That's, you can see the baby heart rate and the baby moving in the womb of a woman. Again, at the end, these are the summary of the chapter. A few slides at the end is summary of the chapter. Is there any question? Okay, let's take 5 minutes break, and then I'm going to go over chapter 15. Get up, stretch.